Hey, what's up everybody? This is petzergling with my man Daz, and this is the very first group of the MSL Round of 32 Group A. And this is probably one of the most awaited games of the entire series, Bisu versus Savior. It looks like Savior will destroy everyone in 2009. So pretty much both of us predicted Bisu is going to win this game. This is on Chupong Yong, as Lil Susie pronounces it. So what do you think is going to come out of this game?
I think Bisu is going to destroy Savior in 2009, just like he did in 2008 and like he did in 2007.
Yeah, I really can't argue with that. I mean, sure, you know, Savior's going to destroy everyone in 2009, but the only thing I think Savior's going to destroy here is his credibility. I don't even think he's going to leave this group.
I got to give him mad props for like having the nuts to say that in English to like 10,000 people, but I can't really see it happening. Like, as good of a player as he is, like, I can't really see him making a full comeback. I think at the best we're going to see Savior come back and be like maybe a top 20, top 10 kind of player, but I can't see him ever coming back into the limelight, and I can't see him beating Bisu either. I don't even think he's going to make it out of this group, but I could be wrong on that, but I really can't see him beating Bisu. That's just not happening.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. I'm just going to sync this in 2, 1, 0, and we're off. So, yeah, I totally agree with you there, really. You know what, I think Savior can play better. I think he can make it up in, into the top Zergs. I think, it's pretty much only Jaedong up there, for the most part. So I think he could definitely be one of the top Zergs, but one of the top players, I don't know. So just for clarification, we got Savior spawning in the bottom left, looks like a peach color. And Bisu, I believe, is the blue Protoss. I could be wrong. I can't tell from the small video. In the upper right is
only one Protoss, so I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. We won't get too confused there.
Yeah.
So this is what Chupong Ryong, which I think is a P-flavored map, so not favorite map. It's gonna make it even harder for Savior. Oh no, this is actually Neo Harmony. Yeah, this is Neo Harmony. As far as race statistics, I really don't know the race statistics. I think actually, taking a look at them a few days ago, if I remember correctly, Protoss is losing on this map. For once, there's a map that Protoss is actually having losing on, and this is it. So I guess if Savior is going to have a chance to beat Bisu, this is it right here. And it's a 4-player map, and it's pretty wide open, so that's probably what gives Zerg the advantage. And also, I mean, Bisu is forced to scout, so he's going to scout the Zerg a little later, as opposed to having the probe in there right away to harass. Savior also notably sending his first Overlord. Not in the wrong direction because Bisu's in cross positions, but I mean he's sending it to the right instead of sending it cross positions right away, which some Zerg players do. Zerg players still do that, right? I mean, they used to do that.
It depends. He saw that probe, so he has to imagine that Bisu is cross positioned.
Yeah, okay, now he's
changing his Overlord. Yeah, so I mean, I guess that helped him a little. Ooh. Not sure he's doing it. I can't tell if he wanted to just scout with that drone, or if he was actually trying to block, but he actually, didn't do anything there. And Bisu sees the 12 edge, so it looks like he's going to put down his Nexus. Little bit of a falter there because he had to put down the Forge, but it really isn't that bad. He wasn't forced to put down any cannons or send out a second probe. Savior looks like he's not taking gas, so I think we may see a pretty heavy macro build here. He might even try for 3 hatches, and that that really surprises me. I would have expected Savior to do some kind of 2-hatch tech build here, especially against Bisu.
Yeah, I mean that is what we're seeing more Zergs do more often than not these days, is go for an aggressive style of play. Apparently at the pro gamer level it's not paying off to try to macro hard. I don't know why that is, but I especially would have expected that out of Savior, given his recent form and the fact that he's playing the best player at the time right now. But I mean, so far he's up to a good start because Bisu, I mean, Savior went hatchery first and Bisu was forced to go forge first. So Savior is ever so slightly ahead in the game right now. It's not a huge advantage, but it's something. And he is going
and Savior took that upper left. That's interesting that he hit that. So I mean, he isn't going totally straight up macro. But I really like this. Savior, almost challenged Bisu, and this is after Bisu got 3 titles. And I mean, this is like right here. I mean, this is the challenge, and I'm actually kind of proud of Savior here. You know, even though he's hiding that hatch, he's still going for a 3-hatch build. So, you know, he's still going to try and play his old macro style. I think, you know, he may have his tricks up his sleeve. I think, you know, it's been a long time, and I think he's really studied what he's done wrong.
Well, you know, I think he's actually not hiding that 3rd hatch. If I'm looking at it correctly, that's the natural of one of the mains. And what he's actually going to do is he's taking that natural as his 2nd expansion, because obviously he doesn't have to really defend it now. And once he gets defense up at that expansion, he's going to also be able to take the main behind it for free, basically. He won't have to make any more defense there. All he has to do is defend that natural, and he gets basically 2 expansions for the price of 1. It's something we used to see a lot more often in ZVP in the old days, but I haven't seen too often now. But it's a good strategy. If you're planning to macro, if you're planning to take it into a mid-game, there's really no better way to go about it than getting yourself 2 bases for the price of 1. So you're definitely right about the fact that this Savior's going for more of a macro-oriented game here. As we can see by the fact that he's, you know, his gas is a little late, his lair is going up just now, and he's been pumping drones for the most part. He's just got 4 Zerglings now, which he's ineffectively chasing Bisu's probe.
I really like that Overlord position. That was really good how he took that base, and then he had that Overlord there, and he totally spotted that Zealot. So, I mean, when I said he hit it and it wasn't very safe, you know, I'm going to agree with you there, too. I mean, he really saw the Zealot, you know, he was ready to defend that. This is definitely a macro build here from Savior, 3 gas. But no, he doesn't have any Zerglings in here. This Zealot's going to come in here. I'm guessing those are Zerglings morphing. See how long he can stall that if Bisu can get some drones here.
I was worried for a second that he wasn't paying attention to the Overlord, even though he did see the Zealot, but apparently he was paying attention. He got a couple Zerglings out. He should be able to hold that Zealot off from do too much damage. I mean, 2 Zerglings, a Zealot will lose to 2 Zerglings, but he's gonna, you know, prevent it from killing any drone in the meantime until reinforcements arrive. Now
Yeah,
it's gonna go down.
Savior's got Zergling speed, it looks like, too. So he's definitely ready to defend that. But at least Bisu's making him produce some Zergling. While Bisu went for really early tech. It looks like +1. He's building some Corsairs, and he got his Robo going up. So it looks like we're going to see some Sayer Reaver here from Bisu.
Yeah,
You know, I think that's a good decision. You know, with oh wow, Saber's building up a lot of Zerglings here. Looks like he might try and go for an all-in here. Only 1 cannon for Bisu.
Oh, the cannon's surrounded. The Zerglings are going to get that cannon. He has to save
Yeah,
the
wow.
cannon.
This is going to do a lot of damage. He didn't get his 2nd gateway there.
Bisu's got to use those probes. It's all about... oh man, the probes are going down. That's a lot of Zerglings. I don't see how Bisu's going to be able to hold this. He's definitely going to take a lot of damage here. He's lost at least 5 probes so far, and then there's going to be more coming. Oh wow, that 1 Zealot was a hero. The heroic Zealot there getting surrounded by 17 Zerglings and still holding his own. Apparently
that was, you know, it was decent micro. Yeah, it had good position there. Wow, Savior really quick with his tech too. He really didn't commit too much to that rush. He got those cannons down. You know, he didn't get the Scourge down in time. Oh, wow, he did. He's going to pick off that Corsair, it looks like. So I think Savior took a definite lead in this game. You know, he's got that 3rd base safe, up and running. And Bisu really can't attack it until later on, because he's going for the Sayer Reaver. And I think if Savior can get some of these Corsairs or get... Oh, wow, that was a good juke there. If Savior can get some of these Corsairs or maybe even the shuttle, I mean, he's going to seal the game right away, which is something I didn't expect. You know, Savior going macro against Bisu, Sayer Reaver. Wow. Oh.
He got the Corsair. I mean, Saviour's definitely... Just preventing the Corsair from killing any Overlords is you know, good in and of its own. But killing the Corsair, shutting it down immediately, that's a big advantage for the Zerg. And especially the fact that he didn't go and like the Corsair really didn't spot anything. The one thing that Savior was going for, he timed his Ling break to come out and hit Bisu right before he has the Sayer to scout his tech. So really, Bisu's Corsair has been almost completely negated. He hasn't really been able to see what Savior is doing. I mean, he could already kind of assume that Savior is macroing. And he took a lot of damage from that Ling all-in, not all-in, but a Ling break attack. Saviour's got his macro going up nice and strong here. He's definitely, you know, has a lead in this game. As we can see by the fact that he's taking a 4th base and that he has 3 hatcheries in his natural. Just pumping drones like crazy.
Yeah, this is some crazy macro from Savior. That's a 6 hatchery. And I mean, you know, you're right on that. He just completely negated that damage. I mean, he had He got the early Corsair, but I mean, that was negated. And, you know, now he's just sitting all the Corsairs in his main. Like, he really pretty much just gave up air control completely to Savior. And now Savior